Hi everyone, Nini here again. I have a question for you today. What does HR do anyway? Have you ever wondered what HR does apart from hiring and firing? Well, here's a short video about what HR is good for. Number one, HR manages risk. HR professionals make sure the company stays on the right side of the law by staying up to date with employment legislation and employment law. We make sure you see all sides of an issue before you hire or fire or discipline. And this involves research and interpreting the law accurately. Number two, we mediate. Now, misunderstandings happen between staff and management, for instance, and HR is the objective team member to help work through those. Now, I understand people tend to think that HR only has the employer's back. Not so. Every mediation process is done with the goal of ensuring the law is followed, that each party understands why things are done in a certain way, and that there is consensus at the end. Most folks don't see what happens behind the scenes, and this is one of the balancing acts of HR, finding the best solution for the business and for the people in the business. Number three, we investigate. Now, I've conducted several investigations, and the goal is generally the same as when we mediate, to get the facts, dig as deep as possible, and resolve issues impartially. HR's job is simple: help resolve the issue and let everyone get back to what they were doing. The process, that's a whole different story. To investigate effectively, we must step outside of the situation and put emotion aside, just so we are objective and can see other perspectives clearly. I think that's one of the reasons HR may seem cold or unfriendly at times. HR professionals get to deal with harassment and discrimination claims, allegations of theft and abuse of power, and other serious issues like that. Sound like fun? Let's keep going. Number four is managing staff files. Now, hear me out on this one. It seems like a mundane task. Get paperwork from staff, put in filing cabinet or cloud, and move on, right? Well, every personnel file has specific contents it must contain, from personal information to certifications, disciplinary actions, performance reviews, and a host of other things. And these must be stored for a certain amount of time, even after the employee leaves the company. So also HR manages how information is given to staff and management. Not all content should be shared. HR is the guardian of personal information and must follow privacy legislation as well. Number five, HR works with unions. Unions in the workplace are an interesting dynamic and an added layer of employee management in an organization. Unions and HR may not always see eye to eye, but they figure out a way forward. Now, certain HR professionals specialize in labor relations and are deeply involved in union contract negotiations and renewals and managing things behind the scenes during strikes and picketing, and that includes helping to keep operations going. Number six, administration. This is anything from managing benefits to onboarding staff and ensuring paperwork is completed by new hires. HR is the facilitator of employee documentation, and they manage this basically. Now, it is not HR's job to complete forms or chase staff around, actually. That's the manager's job. Kidding. But we do it to make sure things get done and everyone is happy at the end of the day. Number seven is training. Giving staff an opportunity to grow their careers and be more productive is done through well-designed training programs. Training is one of HR's roles and could include managing orientation, manager training, training design, record keeping, and coaching. Some organizations have a separate training department because some training is highly specialized. But all in all, HR plays a big role here. And number eight, and finally, recruiting and terminating. Now, these two things should not be treated as a 10-minute to-do thing. They should be treated as a process. In recruitment, leaders or managers should ultimately choose their staff, not HR. HR, again, is the facilitator, not the decision maker here. Same with firing or terminations. HR makes sure the strategy, the reasoning, and the exit plan are actually fair and right for the employee. HR does not make the firing decision typically, but coaches managers on the best way forward. So there you have it. There's more to HR than this, like compensation, health and safety, for instance, but I wanted you to see the key facets here. So here's a quick run through once again about what HR actually does. We manage risk, we mediate, we investigate, we manage staff files, work with unions, do administration, training, recruitment, and terminations. You know what? We should probably do a video about what HR does not do, just for clarity's sake. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. Please share your comments and like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.